Hi everyone, let's solve this practice question. And this practice question has been taken from UPSC examination, from UPSC optional paper 1. Okay, so let's see what this question. The question is, show that the vectors alpha 1, alpha 2 and alpha 3 form a basis of R3. So we are given with three vectors, alpha 1, alpha 2 and alpha 3, and we want to show that these three vectors are forming the basis of R3. Okay, and the next part of the question is that we need to find the component of this vector with respect to the basis alpha 1, alpha 2 and alpha 3. Right, so let's get started. We have our vectors here. Alpha 1 equals to 1 0 minus 1, alpha 2 equals to 1 2 and 1, alpha 3 equals to 0 minus 3 and 2, and our vector space here, vector space is R3. Okay, right, so R3 is our vector space, so the dimension of vector space is already given, that is 3 here, 3. So we need only 3 vectors in the basis, and as we know that alpha 1 and alpha 2 and alpha 3 are all from R3, then the only thing that is required to prove in order to show that these 3 vectors belong to the basis of, or these 3 vectors form the basis of R3, is that these 3 vectors are linearly independent. So basically the only thing that we require to show that these 3 vectors alpha 1, alpha 2 and alpha 3 are linearly independent. So what do we mean by this term, linearly independence of vectors? So this means that if we have 3 constants and we take the linear combinations of these 3 vectors, like C1 into alpha 1, C2 and alpha 2 plus C3 and alpha 3, and we equate it to 0. So if this equation is satisfied only when C1, C2 and C3 all equals to 0. If this equation is satisfied only when C1, C2 and C3 all are 0, where C1, C2 and C3 they all belongs to field of R3. What will be the field of R3? It will be nothing but R. Okay, so if they belong to R and this equation is satisfied only for C1, C2 and C3 equals to 0, then we can say that our vectors alpha 1 and alpha 2 and alpha 3 are linearly independent. So this whole equation can be written as, so let me write it in vector form. C1 into our alpha 1, 1 0 minus 1, plus C2 into alpha 2 1 2 and 1, plus C3 into alpha 3, that is 0 minus 3 and 2, equals to our 0 vector. Here 0 is also a 0 vector. Okay, so this equation can be written like in a matrix format. Minus 1. Since we are required to show that these vectors are linearly independent, we are required to show that these vectors are forming the basis of R3. Okay, we need to show, we need not to prove that, or we need not to find the linearly independent vectors from this set of vectors. So as we already know that there are 2 methods. One is our Gauss elimination method and another is matrix method. And we have solved lot of questions from Gauss elimination method. If you'll see earlier examples or practice questions, we have used Gauss elimination method. In this video we'll use our matrix method, right? So suppose that this is the matrix A. Okay, so all these vectors here, all these vectors alpha 1, alpha 2 and alpha 3, this is alpha 1, this is alpha 2, this is alpha 3. So all these vectors alpha 1 and alpha 2 and alpha 3 will be linearly independent when we have determinant as non-zero. So if determinant of matrix is equals to 0, it means that vectors are linearly dependent, right? And if we can find determinant of matrix A equals to non-zero, then we can say that vectors are linearly independent, right? So let's find the determinant of matrix A. So matrix A we have, I'm just going to R1, I'm finding the determinant with respect to R1, okay? It will be equals to 1 minus 2 into 2, 2 into 2 will be 4, minus 3 into 1 will be minus 3, and minus minus will become plus, so it will be 3, minus 1, 2 into 0 will be equals to 0, minus 1 multiplied by minus 3 will be equals to will be equals to 3, then again minus, it will be minus 3 plus 0, that is 0 multiplied by any product that will be coming here. Okay, so it will be equals to 7 plus 3, that equals to 10, that is non-zero. So this means that this statement here is followed. So vectors are linearly independent. It means that our alpha 1, alpha 2 and alpha 3 are linearly independent. And this again means that this set here, alpha 1, alpha 2 and alpha 3, it forms the basis of our R3, right? So the first part of the problem is solved, right? This first part of the problem, we have shown that these vectors here on the basis of R3, right? Now let's come to the second part. In the second part, we need to find the components of this vector V, say V. We need to find out the component of this vector with respect to our basis. And what is our basis? Alpha 1, alpha 2 and alpha 3. Right? What do we mean by the components? So if this is the basis of R3, then any vector, any general vector say W from R3 can be written as linear combination of these elements of the basis, right? So W can be written as, let's say, K1 multiplied by alpha 1 plus K2 multiplied by alpha 2 plus K3 multiplied by alpha 3, right? And where these K1, K2 and K3 belong to the field R, right? So if we take any general vector, it can be written in the form of linear combination of the elements of the basis. And what are the elements here? Alpha 1, alpha 2 and alpha 3, right? So let's see how can we write our vector V. So we have our vector V as 1, 0 and 0. So we can write it like 1, 0 and 0 equals to K1 into alpha 1 plus K2 into alpha 2 plus K3 into alpha 3, right? Where this K1, K2 and K3 all belong to the field R, right? This K1, K2 and K3, these are called so these K1, K2 and K3, they are nothing but the components of vector. Okay, here in our case vector V, that is 1, 0, 0 with respect to the basis, and in our case the basis is alpha 1, alpha 2 and alpha 3, right? So we need to find out K1, K2 and K3. Again, this can be written as 1 comma 0 comma 0 equals to k1 and our basis element 1, then plus k2 basis element 1 2 1 and plus k3 0 minus 3 and 2, right? Now you can convert this equation into matrix form and you can solve it, or else you can just try to simplify it without using matrix representation. So we will not use matrix representation here because we have very simple equations. So this can give 1 0 0 equals to k1 plus k2 and k3 multiplied by 0 will be equals to 0. It's the first coordinate, and then k1 multiplied by 0 is equals to 0, so 2k2, k3 multiplied by minus 3 k3. This is the second coordinate, and third coordinate minus k1 plus k2, then plus 2 k3, right? It means that k1 plus k2 equals to 1. This is the first equation. So we are comparing the coordinates, okay? And 2k2 minus 3k3 equals to 0. This is the second equation by comparing the second coordinate here, then minus k1 plus k2 plus 2k3 equals to again 0. This is the third equation. So we have three variables and three equations are there, so we can find out a solution here. Let's use equation 1 and equation 2. This gives k1 equals to 1 minus k2, right? And this gives k2 equals to 3k3 divided by 2, right? So in this way, k1 can also be written as 1 minus 3 by 2 k3, right? Now we have k1 in the form of k3, k2 in the form of k3, and k3 is already in the form of k3. So we have k1 is equals to 1 minus 3 by 2 k3, k2 is equals to 3 by 2 into k3, right? And we can supply these values in equation 3 here. So we'll get, let me change the color, we'll get minus of k1 will become 3 by 2 k3 minus 1, then k2 will become plus 3 by 2 k3 plus 2 k3, right? So this k3, 2 by 3 k3, and this 2 by 3 k3 will become 3 k3, right? Minus 1 plus 2 k3 equals to 0. It means that 5 k3 equals to 1. So k3 equals to 1 by 5, right? Okay, so k3 equals to 1 by 5. Then what about k1? K1 will be equals to, then k1 will be equals to 1 minus 3 by 2 multiplied by 1 by 5. That will be equals to 1 minus 3 by 10. That is equals to 7 by 10, right? And similarly, k2 will be equals to 3 by 2 into 1 by 5. That is equals to 3 by 10. Okay, so we have our components. So the components of the vector 1 0 0 with respect to basis alpha 1, alpha 2 and alpha 3 will equals to, what is k1? 7 by 10. K2 is equals to 1 by okay, K2 equals to, okay, so this is, I'm sorry, this is K3, K2, okay, so K2 equals to 3 by 10 and K3 equals to 1 by 5. That is the answer. Okay, so this is the whole thing. Okay, so such kind of questions should be solved within 8 minutes, but since I was explaining side by side, all the steps are not required here. Like I have written a lot of things here, so these things are not required. You need to make your solution clean and clear so that you can fetch more marks. Okay, but I hope that you understood the whole process, and I hope that you'll do best in your exam. Thank you for watching. Bye.